Moviesucktastic is a podcast about bad movies and the people that love them. But it's more than just a podcast, it's also an online presence. If you want to know more about Moviesucktastic or want to become a part of Moviesucktastic, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Twitter at Moviesucktastic, you can find our blog at boothreviews.blogspot.com, or if you want to give your own reviews that we might use on the show, you can go to reviews.moviesucktastic.com and check out our own little lunch.com community for Moviesucktastic. Check us out and become a part of the show, because the only thing more fun than a bad movie is sharing it.
You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Dude, no!
Quick TV spot coming up. I screwed up the order.
Shh.
Yeah, shh. I shouldn't have said that.
I can show you around.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Oh, to see without my eyes.
Is there anything you don't know?
First time that you
If you only knew how little I know about the things that matter.
wonders ever sees.
You saying what I think you're saying?
Blessed be the ministry.
Call Me By Your Name, rated R.
Oh, it's rated R, all right.
Suck my cock.
Whoa! What?
I'm sorry, what?
You're hard again. That's promising. Wait, what?
Hold on, spoiler alert.
And you know,
Spoiler alert.
I did that in the Batman voice because Armie Hammer was gonna be Batman, but they got Ben Affleck instead.
Dude, it's bad enough. He's the Lone Ranger. Anyway, welcome to Moviesucktastic.
It's promising.
I'm Scott, and the other person is Joey.
This is Joey. I feel like I'm gonna have to defend my country a lot during this movie. This review.
Before we start, I want to say I'm 4 drinks in.
Oh, nice.
I received a gift this year of and I didn't bring it with me because I was going to show it on the screen and plug it. But it's a book of cocktails based on movies.
Cocktails. Yeah.
And I decided I'm going to work my way through the entire book. And the first one was a Sunset Boulevard drink. I forget the name of the drink.
It's not.
What?
It's not Boulevard. It's Boulevard.
Boulevard. Yeah. It's like it's a. Anyway, I forget the drink it's based on, but it's based on Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
And it's what I'm drinking right now, and it's nasty, but I was determined because I bought a bottle of tequila specifically for it, and it's 2 ounces of 1 3/4. I round up the 2 because I'm an adult. 1 3/4 ounces of tequila, 2 ounces of orange juice, half an ounce of grenadine, and half an ounce of Pinot Noir.
That sounds delicious.
Quite nasty, but I'm my
Really?
fourth one. It's not my kind of cocktail. I'll be honest.
Sounds.
I don't like screwdrivers. I don't like, but I'm determined to work my way through this book. So tonight is the Sunset Boulevard cocktail, and I'm 4 in, and this is my last one. This is my 4th. So it doesn't get worse than this, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. So welcome to Moviesucktastic. We're on week 3, 4.
This is our. No, this is our 4th week.
Fourth.
Because next week is our last week.
This is week 4 of our Oscar nominee reviews, and we started out strong with the films we loved, which was a bad call because now this week we're on Lady Bird, and tonight we're reviewing
Call Me by Your Name,
which is adapted from a novel.
based on a novel. Yep.
Right. It's up for best screenplay, adapted screenplay, as well as best picture, best actor, best. There's like I think best song. It's up for best song.
For best song. Actually, it's actually a pretty good song.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. If we're going to be honest about, the things that it's nominated for, the song is actually very good. It's not going to win best song. It's probably going to go to fucking Coco, Pixar again. God forbid they vote on anything else. And I was looking up what was up for best animated, just because I was looking at the list. They're just going to hand it to fucking... Because the thing is, there isn't anything better. I haven't seen The Breadwinner or Loving Vincent, but they're not going to give it to anything but Pixar for Coco.
We talked about how they opened up the nomination rules so that best animated picture could be nominated by people outside of the industry. Because they were getting upset that things like the Lego movie weren't being nominated. Because God fucking forbid, the fucking Lego movie isn't nominated for an Oscar. That's like the Basketball Diaries all over again, as far as controversy.
Oh, wow.
Remember that shit? The Basketball Diaries?
Yeah, DiCaprio wasn't nominated for anything. The movie wasn't nominated for anything.
Oh.
It was a good movie, though.
I still haven't seen it. I have it. I still haven't seen it.
No, it's good. It's good. I understand the argument. I'll put it.
It's about basketball and white kids addicted to heroin. I don't give a shit about either.
Not too much about basketball, but it's mostly about.
It's called The Basketball Diaries.
Yeah, but there isn't a lot of basketball in the movie.
But it's about he's a basketball player.
Sure.
There's not a lot of shrimping in Forrest Gump, but shrimp plays a major part in the fucking film.
Well, a household name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Anyway.
Hey,
after
don't get sassy with me.
I'm not. I promise.
Okay.
After you, sir. You please feel free to start us on our Oscar-worthy review of Call Me by Your Name.
Call Me by Your Name. I have the Italian name here.
Elio.
Oliver. Let's see, the Italian name. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, they don't have it listed? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, here it is. Chiamo col tuo nome. Chiamami. Oh, okay. It's Chiamami col tuo nome. Call Me by Your Name.
You're Italian, so you should get it right the first time.
I said Chiamami.
Okay.
Chiamami col tuo nome.
Which translated means?
Call Me by Your Name.
Oh, okay. Then who cares? I thought it would be like different.
No. Chiamami is call. Call is me. To, by, and nome is name.
The misanthropic lycanthrope is on the table.
Yes. I found the slideshow was playing in the background, and I found a picture of the two of them that they're about to kiss, and there's a picture of a peach between the two of them. And I'm just saying, the director, he saw this, and he said, peaches, they've been associated with vaginas way too long. Way too long. Way too long.
Time we ruin this for the heterosexuals.
We're taking the peach back.
I have to mention too. So we have slideshows in the background, which means I'm assuming that what happened is that Joey was on the same wavelength with me, where I was about to message him today and say, "Hey Joey, everything's going crazy with the whole corporate move and everything, and I never got a chance to do slideshows." And I said, I got a feeling Joey just assumed I'm not doing my fucking job, and he deferred me. And so, and I didn't even bring it up, and we're on the show, and I'm thinking, yeah, Joey's on the ball. He knows I suck.
Oh, stop. Speaking of slideshows, one of the reasons we're doing it is because YouTube keeps flagging us. I got an email today from YouTube saying that we've been flagged. We've been flagged for, and I just may as well take it down because we don't need to do it anymore. I'll put it back up when we decide to do it. But I'm almost tempted to fight it. We got flagged for the video that we made that said, suggest movies for us to review. Do you remember that one?
You're shitting me.
And the music that's in the background is what we got flagged for. Do you
Which
know
music is it?
I got it from a Use Our Music free MP3 music website. It's I'm so angry because it is it's a public domain website allowing people to use their music for anything that they want. I specifically went to a website to get music for that.
Let's just get this out of the way. We know for what's going on. What's happening is YouTube was started as a place where anybody could post their videos.
Right.
Now that YouTube is trying to compete with other streaming sites and they're trying to get paid people going, they're trying to slowly push out the public, the general public that just posts random videos of shit and trying to make it a professional user post anyway. And they're doing it step by step, piece by piece, because they don't give a fuck about the original purpose of it. And the fact that Bono was behind it all just proves that it, on the surface, it was about the public and in general, but behind the scenes, it's all about fucking corporate nonsense because fuck Bono. So I know what they're doing.
Yeah, I have to fight this now. And I'm gonna provide a link to the website. I'm like, I got it from this free public domain website. Go fuck yourself.
Real quick, for the audience listening, just so they know what we're thinking about, have you looked into YouTube's live stream?
No.
Instead of using livestream.com?
I haven't.
I'm thinking with the slideshow, we can get away with it.
Oh, I know we could.
And it might be a way to go instead of using live stream.
We're not getting flagged anymore. The 30-second spots, the trailers that I show, we don't get flagged for those anymore. They're too short.
Post Oscars, we should think about trying to do YouTube streaming.
Yeah.
And I have a great idea because we signed up for what's that service? Petronius?
Oh,
Patreon. And like you have to give extra things, and for example, there's this one great YouTube thing that I've been watching with my stepdaughter now that I want to start plugging on the show because I actually like the guy, and he does I think it's called kill counts or something like that.
Okay.
He actually does kill counts on horror films, but he's actually knowledgeable and smart.
Oh, good, cool.
Yeah, like the minute I saw him, I was like, oh, it's one of these BuzzFeed assholes. Fuck this guy. But he actually knows the shit he's talking about. I like him. But he does a thing where when he's editing his videos, he does a live stream on YouTube when he's editing videos.
Oh, really?
I had a great idea that you and I should, for Patreon, we should have a live stream of us watching films. Just like the reaction video of just us watching movies like, fuck.
I made that face a few times during Call Me By Your Name.
Anyway, let's get back to the Oscar movie. Call Me By Your Name.
It's nominated for a few things. It's nominated for picture. Is this nominated for director? I think it is nominated for director.
Hold on, I have my list in front of me this time.
Oh, okay.
But director's not like anywhere near the top.
It's near the bottom, which is so weird.
It is not up for directing. It is up for best picture. It's up for best actor, and it's up for best song.
Okay, so it's only nominated for 3 things.
I think 3. From what I'm looking at, it's only up for 3. Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say that it's not going to win probably any of those.
So
maybe
Joey,
song. It's got a good shot at song.
So Joseph Aguida.
Giuseppe, let's get it right.
Giuseppe Aguida.
Yes.
What's the movie about?
The movie's about 2 guys who love each other and they break each other's hearts. The end.
You missed the part where they bone each other.
It's kind of insinuated that they bone each other.
Is it?
They are.
All right. Yeah, it's basically a coming of age. Both films we're doing this weekend, which was kind of... Now, when I...
Hey, give me that pizza pie. Hey, that nice heart of salami. Bring it over here.
Hey, my cock.
Put it right in my mouth. I love it. Come on. Oh.
Oh.
You'll never look at a peach the same way again, eh?
Hey, look at my pizza. Yeah.
Hey. Anyway.
Both films unintentionally. Because originally I didn't really know much about the films when I suggested grouping them together, and I grouped this and Lady Bird together, basing it on them both being gay films. I wasn't aware that Lady Bird wasn't really about a gay girl.
I told you this.
I just assumed that.
But,
right. But
she's eclectic and eccentric. That's it.
But it was a perfect pairing because they're both coming of age stories.
They are. You compare them that way. Because Scott kept saying it, and I was like, I don't want to tell him on the show. I'll tell him off air. And then he texts me the other day. I go, dude, you know that Lady Bird is not about... She's not gay, right? You know that, right?
There is homosexuality in the film.
Yes, there is.
So I could have got away with that. But the major theme is coming of age.
It's that part of the movie is literally not even, it's like 1% of the plot.
Right, but again, it could have been 80% compared. Anyway, we'll talk about that shortly.
So, the film takes place, Call Me By Your Name, it takes place in 1983 in northern Italy, where...
When did the 80s become a period piece? Holy fuck, we're old.
Yeah, right. It's 35 years ago.
It's like in the 80s. It's like, really? What the fuck is that? And like if somebody said, yeah, it's like it takes place last year. It's like, what? Okay. What is that about? Yeah, no, we're getting old.
Yeah. But it takes place in 1983 in northern Italy. Timothy Chalamet, or Elio's mother, inherited a house which they vacation at or spend quite a bit of time at, winters and summers. You get the impression by even the way the movie ends that they spend probably half the year in northern Italy in this house. They all speak Italian. They all speak Italian, specifically Elio and his mother. And his father, he's a professor of Greco-Roman culture. So his father is collecting artifacts, studying them. They're unearthing it from the ocean and all kinds of things. And his father is very passionate about that. So what you get a sense of in this household is a sense of intelligence, education, culture. It's all just oozing there, and you get the impression that Elio himself is.
Can I?
I'm almost done.
Can I?
Elio.
I just want to add upper class elitism.
Oh yeah, you can't vacation in northern Italy in 1983 unless you have fucking money.
All right, I just wanted to throw that in there real quick.
Yeah,
no. Go ahead.
There's no doubt about that. Okay, I haven't even stepped foot in the country that my whole family is from. That's probably not going to happen until I fucking retire. Anyway.
And you're first generation.
I am first generation. So my wife has been to Italy before I have been to Italy, and she's fucking Irish. Anyway, you get the impression that Elio is... What? You're making a face.
What? No, I'm listening.
Oh,
okay.
I'm listening.
17.
You get the
17.
impression. You get the impression that he's much older beyond his actual age. He's more mature. He's intelligent. Yeah, dude, can I finish the synopsis, for Christ's sakes?
Go ahead. I'm not interrupting.
You're just making, like...
It's not you. It's the film. It's not you.
Yes,
it's the film.
Yes. And then his father, every summer, invites a student or graduate of what he does, the Greco-Roman culture, to their house in northern Italy to help tutor and study and mentor in some way. And this summer it's Armie Hammer, him and Timothy Chalamet. What?
All right, I got.
They strike up this relationship that takes the entire film. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I knew Armie Hammer was in this film. Okay. But then I got home from work. I was like, fuck it. I'm watching this. I'm home alone. And like half an hour into it, I'm like, I recognize that voice. Who is this guy? I had to look it up. Like, oh shit, it's the Lone Ranger. That's right. Never mind.
Dun, dun, dun,
because I'm like, I don't recognize. I like physically. I'm not looking at his face. Like, I don't recognize this guy, but that voice. I know that fucking voice. And I go back, oh shit, that's right, it's Armie Hammer, it's the Lone Ranger, except he's not wearing the mask. And I don't know.
I wonder if there's
and
any.
he's actually less beefier than he was in the Lone Ranger.
No,
I mean, he was fucking solid in the Lone Ranger.
He trimmed down for this.
He trimmed down. I don't know if he trimmed down for this or he just trimmed down. I mean, honestly, because really, when you're preparing for an action film, like you beef the fuck up. After that, I'm assuming you kind of take a break.
Yeah.
And this is like, oh, good. Here's a film I don't have to work out 18 hours a day to prepare for. So let me fucking relax a bit. You know,
true.
What do I have to do? Be gay? I can do that without like working out 10 hours a day. Cool. Yeah, I can do that.
Nice.
Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
So anyway, they strike up this relationship that literally takes a fucking hour to get to. The first hour of the film is this playful banter, make each other jealous, ignore each other, cat and mouse kind of thing.
You're tight. You need to loosen up a bit. See.
That's the first hour of the movie.
Yeah.
Then they strike this relationship, and then the next probably half hour or so of the movie is like the relationship part of where you get the sense time has passed, that they are in this relationship that is lasting a whole summer, and then the last half an hour of the film is the
gay fiesta,
is the heartbreak part of the movie.
The heart. You mean like the fucking boner fest? All right.
No, that's 60 minutes to the 90-minute part of the film. That's the boner fest.
Okay, and if you're,
why you got to refer to it that way?
If this is the first episode of this show you're listening to, let me please put you at ease. This is not coming from an anti-gay point of view.
Absolutely,
I embrace homosexuality. I think I think homosexuality is the way to go. I agree with it. I think they should teach it in schools. I am fucking pro-gay. It has just to do with the film itself that I'm having issues with, and the fact I had to watch 2 coming-of-age films in a row.
Yeah, your fault.
So. Yeah, so if you hear if throughout this episode, if I occasionally make gay references, it's not anti-gay in the least. I just have a problem with certain aspects of this film. I think that bakeries should be forced to cook cakes for gay weddings. That's how I feel.
And if anyone knows me, they know that I'm also pro-gay. So.
Right.
I'm not the one that you're apologizing for your comments.
Well,
I'm not going to be making comments like that.
I'm just assuring new listeners that this is not like a redneck show. We're like the homos doing the things. Yeah. No, I'm all for it. If there's the only problem I have is that in the gay scenes, Armie Hammer's not wearing the Lone Ranger mask.
That would have been great.
It throws me off. If he was wearing the mask, I'd be like, yeah, go down on him. I'm good. Yeah, that's it. But without the mask, I'm confused.
This movie might as well have just been called An Education Part 2, to be completely honest. One of my...
Blow me. The movie.
One thing that happened during An Education, the film, it came out in 2009. It was also an Oscar-nominated film.
I remember that was the same year as the fucking Blind Side. I remember.
Sure, and Avatar was also that year and everything.
Now,
the problem with An Education, along with the fact that it was a boring film, one comment that Scott had made during that podcast review, which has stuck with me because it's so true, is you wait for almost the entire film for the other shoe to drop. In a lot of ways, this film is the same.
Now, to be fair, just up front, a lot of my problems with An Education had to do with the fact that it was the woman telling the story, and in the story, she belittles every man she came across that was involved with that. That doesn't happen in this film. I think if I was to compare this film to that, this is far superior to An Education.
Of course it is. I'm comparing the shoe dropping reference, that it takes a long time for things to happen.
Yeah, you're right. You are correct. Yes.
Now, the thing that I did like about this film is the concept of, and you could insert straight or gay. The concept is the same. You have two people that have this relationship that fall in love for what it's worth. They are in love, but they know that they, or at least Armie Hammer's character Oliver knows that.
Can I say it? Can I say it?
Go ahead.
Can I say it?
What?
It's the love that dare not speak its name.
They can't be together. So,
Right.
at least
that's an Oscar Wilde reference, by the way. If you didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that. Thank you.
No, that's Oscar Wilde. That's the love that dare not speak its name. That means butt sex. Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. I don't even know how to react to that. You're just saying butt
Gay
sex.
butt sex. I meant gay butt sex.
Yeah,
Continue.
we're reviewing this film. We get it.
Yeah.
So, the concept, I really enjoyed the concept. I just wish it was paced a bit differently. You get all these beautiful landscapes of northern Italy. You get all of these characters that are coming in. You get the relationship between the two of them. You get the banter back and forth, and you get all of that. But it is done at a snail's pace. I just wished the film moved a little differently for me. Here, I'll break it down. This is my personal opinion of the film, and I won't give anything away. The first hour is extremely slow. The next half an hour, because this is a 2-hour film, the next half an hour moves a little bit.
Extremely gay.
Okay, it moves.
It is.
It is. That part of the film.
Positively, negatively, the next half hour is overwhelmingly gay.
And the director decided to not. The book is way more explicit, and the director decided to not do that. He decided to hold that back because he wanted to portray more of this sensual relationship instead.
So here's me. The first hour of the film, I'm watching it, and I'm like, they're having like the poolside chats and the oh, you're tense, you should loosen up a bit. And I'm in my head, I'm thinking, as opposed to thinking outside of my head, I was thinking, could this get any more gay? And then the next half hour after that, the answer was yes, it can.
Yes,
it can get really gay.
So the
and
next,
it's like, I was cool with that. By the way, I was on board the entire time it went gay, and if it went harder, dude, I was in. You're not. Again, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
I believe you. So then, after that first hour, the next 30 minutes is. The pacing moves a little better. It's the relationship portion, or as Scott says, it's where it gets really gay. Then
it really gets gay.
Then the last half an hour of the film is the part of the film I enjoyed the most, because it was
most acting. Yeah,
it was the most acting. It told the best part of the story, and Michael, right? I think it's Michael Stolbarg, who plays the father. Yeah, Michael Stolbarg could have very well been nominated for a supporting actor Oscar for his speech at the end of the movie to his son.
Oh, beautiful speech. And dude, I love this fucking guy. It's like
he's in 2 Oscar films this year, just like Timothée Chalamet is.
I don't think I really recognized him as an actor until, and I apologize for this, Men in Black 3. And no.
Which is a shame.
And then after that, every time I look at him, I'm like, wow, what else have I seen him in besides Men in Black 3? And I look back and like, oh shit, that's right. Everything that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
he is the shit from the Fargo season 3.
Right.
Through just A Simple Man.
I think that came out before Men in Black 3, so subconsciously you knew him.
But I didn't recognize him as an actor till Men in Black 3. And again, I apologize. I really liked Men in Black 3.
I did
what can
too.
I say? Time travel. I'm sorry. But he is a fucking phenomenal actor. And, I didn't even recognize him the first half hour. But, again, it was just like Armie Hammer in the back of my head. I know that voice. It was the beard. The beard threw me off 100%. With the beard, I didn't recognize him. And I had to look him up. I was like, oh, shit, yeah, I love this guy. But you're right. Out of that entire film, the only part that got me was that last scene or second to the last scene with him as the
his
father talking to his son.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
The son is just sitting there absorbing everything his father is telling him. And his
As
just
children fucking
goosebumps.
should.
I get goosebumps thinking about the speech that his father gives at the end of that movie. It's
everything after that is like who gives a fuck? Seriously.
Yeah. But
Seriously.
it's I mean, are we going to give any well, I don't think we have to give any of that away.
Well, what's there to give away?
Well, you don't really know what's involved in the father's speech until the end of the movie.
Well, but all right. Well, I'm not going to say anything, but it's a great scene.
It's a
great scene.
It's a beautiful scene. It's real. It's amazingly acted.
Even forget that scene. Him throughout the film. There's that again. The whole film is all these people are intellectuals. They're smart. They're with it, and they're philosophical.
Right.
And so his character, when he acts certain ways, you're like you're always second guessing his character throughout the film. Up until that point, you're second guessing him every step of the way.
Absolutely.
And
that's perfectly put.
And I'll be honest. I'm used to gay cinema like Girls Don't Cry. So all throughout this film, I'm like, all right. So where's the scene where like they fucking curb stomp the gay guy? For
not
because I want it.
No.
But I expect that as an American,
especially
next.
especially in the 80s. At some point, I'm thinking
Exactly.
there was one scene where it's the two of them. They've Armie Hammer is about ready to go back home, so Elio and Oliver decide to go on this little vacation before he leaves. And
parents' idea, the mother's idea, and the father's like, let's send the gay couple out. Yeah, because
well, because they know their son is
Oh no. Specifically, there's the one part where they're both like half drunk or whatever, and they chase down this guy with like a car playing 80s songs, and he's like, "Yeah, I love this song." And I'm like, "This is where they fucking gay stomp him." I know it. Right?
I swear to God, I thought the same thing, and that's where I was going with that. Before we just got like a little sidetracked. I thought that was the scene that was going to happen.
Because all right, Americans, 80s. We're talking like the Reagan era. There's no such thing as AIDS. Bullshit and just like it's like what you're expecting. I'm so glad it didn't happen because
Me too.
It kept the film on a very what this film is. This is the gay version of the summer of '69.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's slow. It's about a relationship that shouldn't occur. It doesn't, it breaks apart because it has to, and there's a lot of ennui. This film is the gay Italian version of the summer of '69.
Yeah, no,
it's the gay Italian '80s version of the summer of '69.
Sure, it even has like they're on bicycles for half the film, and I'm just flashing back to the bicycle thief, but it's not in black and white, and it doesn't involve gay people. But
don't forget all the Vespas. You just flash backwards to what you call it? What's the fucking movie? You know the movie. Chow on the scooter.
Life is Beautiful.
Not Life is. God damn it! No, I'm talking 60s films, 70s films. Don't know.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm drunk. I'm drunk, so I'm allowed to forget it. It's like the quintessential Vespa movie. When you think of Italians on Vespas, this is the film you think of.
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm gonna find it now. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna type into
Google
Edge or whatever the fuck it is. Vespa
Italian movie.
I'm just doing Vespa movie, and I guarantee what comes up
is the film you're looking for.
I guarantee the film I'm thinking about is the film that comes up. I guarantee. Well, no, the film Vespa. There's a film called Vespa. God help us all. Let me do images. It's the chick in Italy. She's in Italy. You know what I'm talking about? It's the fucking famous movie. Roman fucking Holiday. Thank you.
Oh.
I was having trouble.
I've never seen Roman Holiday.
But that's the movie. That's the one where they spend the whole time running around and the vest. A chow. That's the Vespa movie. That's Roman Holiday. That's it, right there.
Never seen it. Sorry.
Okay, you should. It's a damn good film.
Oh, I believe it. I've never seen it.
No, I'm just saying. It's one of those films that like are ingrained in like cinematic lore that actually are good.
Okay.
It's worth seeing. But I mean, that's one of the things it's famous for. Is just the whole scene where he takes around the Vespa and says, "Hey, look at that, a chow," But anyway, Roman Holiday. Gay sex. Yeah, peaches.
Peaches and mango and pools.
There's a whole scene where they debate the etymology of the word apricot. It's definitely a fucking highbrow, artsy fucking left-wing liberal art house fucking cinematic gay film.
And
it's a
yeah, and that whole scene.
If you've ever watched Duck Dynasty, you're probably never going to watch this film.
No, and you're probably going to talk about it in church about how it should. People are going to burn in hell if they even see it.
Before they go duck hunting, yeah,
that's right.
Now it's not a bad film.
It is not a bad film. I love the concept of the movie. In my mind, I enjoyed it way more after I saw it and thought about all of the things that I did like about the film. All of the locales and the acting was exceptional. Michael Stolberg's speech at the end of the movie was exceptional. The actual relationship and the fact that it couldn't go on. All of those things I liked more after I thought about it. But as a movie, as it's paced, as it's shown, I can't say that I
want to wait now. I agreed with you on the father speech at the end. Beautiful scene, brilliant. Yeah. The whole credits crying into the fireplace scene. I can take it or leave it.
Spoiler alert.
I want to. Yeah, whatever. The whole peach thing. Hey, whatever.
Sure. I mean, there's a whole series of movies about someone who fucks a pie. I think we could, do the peach scene.
I'm all for fucking. I almost said fucking animals, and that's not what we're talking about. But I'm not really against that either.
Well, you didn't actually get that out, so you could have gotten away with it if you didn't elaborate more on it.
I want to say that if that part had come out, yeah, as long as there's consent, I'm okay with that. And you can say an animal can't give consent, and I can say honestly, yeah, they fucking can because they got teeth. But what I'm going to say is the one scene cinematically. I'm gonna argue against the scene that I guarantee most reviews, and I haven't read any reviews about this film, praise, and I'm gonna talk against it. The scene in the middle where we finally get closure between the two characters. They've been playing cat and mouse for like half the film.
Okay.
So they're on a bike ride, and they have the whole thing where it's like, there's things I could talk about you I can't talk about to other people, and there's like this long pause, and Armie Hammer says, "Are you talking about what I think? Are you talking about?"
Oh, right.
Now, when they do this, they're at this monument, and so they both go on opposite sides of this monument. And during this like long, drawn-out scene, where like they're coming to they're both kind of like without words confessing that they both have had the same feelings towards one another. Armie Hammer like goes like invisible around the other side of this monument while the kid slowly walks around.
Right.
And
as he's saying, "I wanted you to know. I wanted you to know."
Right. So there's a separation as they come together. I know what the director's going for, but it is so fucking cliche that I see it coming a mile a fucking way. And as he's doing it, I'm like, all right, when do we get to the part where he jacks him off? Because I know it's coming now. Let's just get over this fucking bullshit. It was so fucking cliche. It was like, oh yeah, the distance, and now I can't see him, and then they come around. Yeah, I fucking get it. I really fucking get it. It's so bad. It's and it's only so bad because it's so fucking expected, and it's so fucking. I like my symbolism at least a little bit obscure,
Sure.
Where like I don't catch it the first time, or I don't see it coming. But like when it comes, and I'm like, all right, now we're in for 2 minutes of this shit.
Sure, like Get
and
Out.
I'm right.
Like Get
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, let's just get to the part where he fucks the peach, and let's get to that part because I'm
Right.
done with this. Yeah, no, believe me, the gay sex, the least of my concerns with this film. And if there had been more gay sex in the film, maybe there'd be less scenes of them. Oh, and now they're separated by this, and they come across. Oh, and I'm gonna bring in my spot. Well, this is my place because no one else comes here, and we're immersing ourselves in water because that's not symbolic about anything. Come on, really?
Well, he spent a lot of time in water in the film.
Yeah.
Just about every 10 minutes or so, they're in some sort of, they're swimming or they're walking in water or splashing each other. It happens at least 5 or 6 times during the film.
I love when they go on the trip to unearth the statues, and they bring up like that Roman statue. And it's like, oh look, it's got a penis. Yeah, and we're looking at it. No, I get it. Yeah, no, really, no, I get it. I get it. Can we move on because I fucking get it. Yeah, Romans, gay. I really get it. Let's please move on. Holy shit.
And you know what's funny? That scene where he's holding the hand and then he's like truce and then he shakes the statue's hand. Me as a joke, I would have just put it towards like your crotch and just like jacked you off, like fake jacked you off. to be to be funny.
That's because you're a crude heterosexual.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously that's not why that scene went that way.
Exactly, because gays are better.
Yeah.
And no, that's not sarcastic. That's true.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. I'm not. There's no sarcasm in that whatsoever. Please. But all right. So, but like bottom line.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, both characters, they.
Fuck.
Yes, they do. But as far, I mean, did you get the sense that at least Elio's character is probably bisexual?
I think they're both dealing with the same thing. I think it's, and who knows, in this culture, not being gay, I don't know, but I would have to assume that a lot of men that grow up gay in our culture cannot avoid like dabbling in heterosexuality because that's where the norm is, and that's what is expected of them. And there's probably in the book, I've never read the book, obviously, and I say obviously for no reason whatsoever except that I'm a heterosexual white male, so I'm obviously way undercultured to be reading this kind of stuff. Although I did get a copy of The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh.
But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Anyway, so I mean, now in the book, apparently they meet 5 years later.
15.
And
15.
15 years later.
15,
okay,
and then wait. It's 15 years later. You're right on the 5, but it's 15 years later, and then 5 after that.
Right, and then after the 15 years, Oliver's married with kids. And 5 years after that, his father is dead. Elio's father's dead.
That's correct.
Now, and that's not a spoiler because it's in the fucking book. Shut the fuck up.
Right, and I get the feeling that Oliver is just going with the flow. He's in an on-off relationship with a woman. He says that on the phone to Elio. And I'm sorry, I just always think Elio's pizza. I can't get that out of my head. I just hear Elio, and I just immediately think pizza next. So,
slice plain cheese, 9 slices plain cheese, 9 slices plain cheese.
Shitty sauce.
All right.
Shitty sauce.
So when you say they're both like bisexual,
well, no, I think at the very least Elio might be, because he has this relationship with this Italian girl, Marza. I believe it's Marza, and he seems to really like being with her, especially the scenes where they're actually having sex and they're just kissing. There's a scene where she actually reaches down. She goes, "Oh my God, you're so hard." Now, one could say that he might be thinking of Oliver in that moment, but you don't know for sure.
It's now, all right.
And he was pretty fucking quick to get back to the lake where he told her to meet him after they came back from getting the statue. He was like really, really adamant about getting there.
you could say, all right, now there are arguments, and I kind of agree with them to a certain extent, that humankind is bisexual at a certain point, and this goes way beyond film theory.
Course.
So we're in a whole different area. But I would say that it is conceivable that anybody with homosexual tendencies could also have heterosexual tendencies, just in the same way that somebody with heterosexual tendencies could have homosexual tendencies. And in that case, especially in this era with transgenders becoming a major force in the whole civil rights movement, that you have the potentiality with anybody to go both ways. I'm not totally buying into the whole there's more than two genders thing. I think that's a simplification of the fact. I like to think that there are two genders, but that's not what you're limited to.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. No, you're right.
But I'm a free thinker. So what the fuck? But so it's not unconceivable that people that have had homosexual relationships or tendencies in their younger years do go on to heterosexual relationships, whether or not it's just because that's what society demands or that they're open to that concept. That's a whole different argument. But long story short, I would say yes and no.
I would say yes, Elio, no, Oliver. I think Oliver is what you said, society demands. He's going with the flow. He doesn't want that to be known.
But then you're assuming that he doesn't love his wife and children.
I'm sure he loves his children, but I'm sure, and in some way loves his wife, but would prefer a different lifestyle.
I wouldn't even but that's an assumption.
It is an assumption, and it's based out of something that's in a book. I'm just trying to guess the character's motives. Is all I'm trying to do.
Look this way. We are two people reviewing a film, and neither of us, I don't think at any point, have ever desired to suck a peach-flavored cock.
This is correct. I've never.
That's correct, right? So,
yeah.
so that's an area that we are unworthy to guess about. So, from a cinematic standpoint, what I will say is that, like any other coming-of-age film, I was bored through a lot of it because I knew what was going to happen.
Right.
And straight, gay, bisexual, what have you, a 17-year-old with sexual issues, yeah, it's called Everybody, and they meet at high school.
Yeah.
It's not new. So all you have going on in this film is really dialogue, acting, and direction. Direction is good. Acting is good. Writing is good.
Right.
But I spent most of the film just knowing what's going to happen. And all right, and I'll admit there are certain scenes where I hit the 30-second button. Move 30 seconds. It's like in the old days it was fast forward, wait, and like unpause it. These days it's all right. 30 seconds. What's happening now? 30 seconds. What's happening now? It's like a whole different technology, same concept.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of how the movie flowed, at all. It's not so much that what I expected happened, because that is it. It's just that listen. I would have been okay with a cliche movie if it felt differently, though. If it moved in a different way, I would have been better with it.
And you have the culture thing going on too, because we switch back and forward between Italian and American, and there's the whole Jewish thing in there. There's a lot of culture in there, which I don't find fascinating. I'm sorry. Being a white Anglo-Saxon American, culture doesn't thrill me. Yeah, I've gone this long without it. I don't need to spend a year in Italy to fucking find it. It's not a bad film.
No.
But what I will say, as far as Best Picture, there's not enough. I expect more.
Yeah. No. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. As a matter of fact,
Now-
we should look at what it's up against. I know we talk about it every week, but
Please do.
right here and now, I say that it doesn't have a, not that it doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell. It does have a shot, but I really feel that it's not the movie that wins Best Picture.
Oh, it definitely has. It's definitely more likely than Get Out.
It's more likely than Get Out, but you have films like what it's up against is up against films like Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady
More fucking
Bird,
films.
Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards.
So, war, gay, coming of age, fish fucker. What's left? 3 Billboards. You know, I mean, God damn it.
Yeah. I still think at this point, now that I've
I
seen...
have no idea what Phantom Thread's about, by the way.
I was able to see the first 5 minutes, like a preview.
Huh?
It's basically Age of Innocence all over again. I'm getting that feel from it.
Oh.
That it's also
Dude.
going to be extremely dry and boring.
Dude. All right. Don't say that. All right. No. I'm going to remind
Again,
you.
this is only the first 5 minutes,
Oh.
but that's the vibe I got from the first 5
Okay.
minutes, is that I'm going to be bored out of my mind.
All right. Have you ever watched Age of Innocence beginning to end?
Not beginning to end.
Okay. Not only did I watch Age of Innocence beginning to end, I saw it in a fucking theater on a date.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Dude, there's nothing worse than sitting 2 hours through fucking Age of Innocence, and after that 2 hour mark, every scene in the back of my head, I'm like, this is the last scene, right? This could be the last scene. It's playing like a last scene. No, it's not the last scene. Dude, no. Don't invoke Age of Innocence unless you're fucking serious.
All I'm
That's
saying.
Comparing a horror film. That's like comparing a horror film to Funny Games. It's like, yeah, all right. Have you seen Funny Games? Have you sat through it? No. Then shut the fuck up. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying
all I'm
is
saying.
I'm getting an extremely boring vibe from the first 5 minutes.
You know that's the last 2 films we have to watch. One of them is Phantom Thread. Don't fucking throw that at me now.
I'm telling you.
Because don't throw it at me now. Because and quick update. Oscar night. I get my plane arrives at 5 p.m.
Oscars start at 8:30.
I'm planning on being here with you when the Oscars start.
I hope so, because I can't wait. Mayor is gonna if we do it, Mayor is gonna join us. I hope Holly joins us. And
if that's happening, I'm gonna start drinking on the fucking airplane.
I'm gonna be drinking.
All right, it should be just because the company is reimbursing us for meals up to $40
Okay.
per person per day, and if we're flying that day, I'll have a light lunch and I'll fill up on fucking cocktails on the flight because I'm not driving home from the airport.
Nice.
All right, but anyway, so not a bad film.
I think I'm gonna take the Monday off just for no reason.
I'm thinking of it, and I think I can get away with it too because it's the big move.
Yeah.
And the company's making the move, and dude, I need Monday off. And now that I get fucking vacation days because I'm permanent, fuck yeah, it's all coming together, man.
Yeah, nice. Booyah.
Anyway. Very gay movie. That's actually the gay parts are the best part of the film. I'll say it.
Yeah, like I said, I just wish it had a different flow to it for me.
You know, and it's one of these films where they're in Italy, and so the whole idea is, hey, we're in Italy. That speaks for itself. You know what? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, really. I mean, this
a little
should
bit fucking more than, hey, we're Italy. We're in Italy. Yeah, you are.
If this movie's 90 minutes, I guarantee you I would have enjoyed it, because it would have been forced. It would have been forced to put more of what needed to be done.
This film we watched, right?
So far, yeah, this is the longest movie out of all of them. 2 hours and 12 minutes.
This is the Oscar film because we had to squeeze an extra half hour of gay sex into it, and then it's not even that explicit.
No, it's actually the most explicit thing is they make out. That is the most explicit thing in the whole
Dude,
movie.
honestly,
is them making out.
If I got even like a split-second shot of Armie Hammer with a cock in his mouth, I'd think much more of the film. That probably says more about me than it does the movie, but he would have. It only would have worked for me if he had the mask on. Honestly, I swear. There's one head bobbing. I was telling Holly, I said, yeah, he sucks cock. And she's like, you see it? It's like, no. And then she said, head bobbing? It's like, oh yeah. It's like, but when he comes up from the head bobbing, he should have had the fucking mask on. That would have made it for me.
That's promising.
Yeah, it was like, and then he can cut the, when he comes up. At one point, he just got to intercut like Johnny Depp as Tonto. Don't ever say that again.
Oh my.
And dude, I haven't even looked it up. That can't be his real fucking name. It's got to be a stage name.
Armie Hammer?
Who names their fucking kid Armie?
I don't know.
Hammer. That's got to be a stage name. If it's not, more credit to him. But still, it can't be a fucking real name.
I think it is his real name.
I really.
So
do we want to read this?
Yes, let's go ahead and rate this. Now, right now, it currently sits on IMDb with an 8.2.
I remembered that.
8.2 out of 10 on 51,000 votes.
Yeah. All right. Comes right up.
Of the 50,000 votes, almost 16,000 was rated a 10, 12,000 rated a 9, 10,000 rated an 8.
I don't know where you're getting the fucking stats, because I don't get stats anymore.
Underneath the rating is a number. You click on that.
Not there.
That's interesting. It shows up for me.
Yeah. My
and you're much better at the demographics, because I don't care about this stuff as much as you do. So
what do you want to rate it? I honestly, I feel okay with a 7.
Yeah, I'm fine with a 7. Even though I'm not a fan of the film, I recognize it as a well-made movie, and I couldn't give it less than a 7 and feel comfortable about it.
No, I don't think it's a bad film at all. But
like I said,
honestly,
I'm just not a fan of its pacing or how it flowed.
I want to go back to we had a guest host a while ago, like ages ago, Dr. Sarcophagi.
I was just thinking about him literally a couple of days ago.
You know why? Because it fits for this. I'm not the audience for this movie.
I'm a bad audience for this movie.
I wouldn't even say a bad audience. I didn't hate the film. I'm not arguing against it. But I'm definitely not the audience this film was aiming for.
Right.
And I can give it kudos just for being well done.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, and honestly, if my expectations of them being curb stomped by homophobes, like in the third act, had happened, I would have been less happy. I didn't want that to happen. I just expected it because it was the 80s and they were gay.
Right.
And it's just a fucking fact of life in the 80s. And you know what? I feel safe in saying that I feel almost the same way in our next episode, where we'll be talking about a heterosexual coming of age film that I feel equally unimpressed by.
There you go.
But that's a teaser for next episode, where we'll be reviewing Lady Bird.
Lady Bird. All right.
Yeah, which is not necessarily a gay film, but it is a coming of age film.
It is coming
which
of
makes
age.
it gay.
All right, then. Let's go ahead and end this shit. Keeping this shit under an hour. I want to keep Lady Bird at 45 minutes if we can. I know we can do it.
Easy. Fucking easy.
I know we can do it. All right, everyone. Episode 267. 267?
His great-grandfather was Armie Hammer.
Armand. So Armie is a nickname.
Oh. Holy shit.
Armie Hammer. Oh, yeah.
His,
I
his
want to make
father
sure I
is
get the
chairman
episode
and
right.
CEO of Armie Hammer Foundation.
No, it's episode 268. I'm glad I cleared that up. Episode 268.
sorry, yes.
268 of Moviesucktastic. As always, thank you for joining us. Please go to our website at moviesucktastic.com, and you can download the show there. You can listen to the show there. You can hang out with us every Thursday at 8 o'clock live while we do our thing. You can...
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What?
Armie Hammer's family lives in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to visit him at the end of the month.
Great. I'm sure you'll get in.
Yeah.
You can actually listen, or you can watch the show live right from the website now. You do not have to go to livestream.com/moviesucktastic anymore. Go right to our website and do it there instead.
Right.
You can go to iTunes and you can download the show there, or listen to it right on their site as well. You can go to facebook.com/moviesucktastic. Everything we post about when we go live, to trailers, to movie news, to anything that just kind of tickles us, goes on the Facebook page.
Sorry.
If you want to email us, the address is themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. If you would like to leave us voicemail, it's 908-514-4470. If you do either of those, we will play them or read them on the show.
I fucking promise.
Promise! You can go to our Tumblr page at moviesucktastic.tumblr.com. And of course, most importantly, download the free app for your Android device. Everything I said is in there. It's how I listen to the show. I just hook up my phone to my car. If you have Bluetooth, even better. It is the best way to enjoy the show on the go.
It's fucking free, and I just renewed it for another year, so fucking please enjoy it.
Please. And that is about it. Do you have any words of wisdom, Mr. Wilson?
Suck my cock.
Oh, jeez. No.
I mean it in a nice way. Sorry.
It didn't sound like it was very nice.
I know.
It just sounded like we're having a Me Too movement right now.
White gold!
White gold! All right, everyone. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Or in like 5 minutes. Because
Shut up. Why do you do that? You do that every time.
You can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm on my 4th drink.
I know. It's just the illusion.
It's an illusion.
An illusion. Normally it's true, but we're doing back-to-back. See, now I'm giving away too much information.
You know what? By the time you post it, it'll be 2 weeks late anyway.
Well, it's not totally false. Hey, I've been good lately.
No, you have. I apologize.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Damn you.